This is from the Locked on NFL Scouting podcast, talking about Jedrick Wills, Browns left tackle, who was taken number 10 overall in the NFL draft.
Jedrick Wills is probably going to get in free agency as an adequate level starting left tackle. How many $1 million a season?
10, 12.
Can they afford that?
They shouldn't. They shouldn't want to pay all four.
The opportunity cost of signing him feels like you're losing better players to just retain the chemistry of your offensive line, especially because you drafted DeJuan Jones in the 4th round. And let's hope that's a good environment for him. And let's hope he can live up to his physical potential, because if he does, I'd much rather have the player with plenty of talent on a rookie contract than make a new investment in Jedrick Wills and then potentially lose the opportunity to upgrade somewhere else along this roster.
So, Tyler, basically 2 years for Jedrick Wills. This year and next, he's under contract. They picked up the 5th-year option, $14 million and change. He's got to show that he is above a middle of the road starting left tackle.
Yeah, Jed Wills is going to be 24 this year. This could be his 4th year with the Browns. Picking up the 5th-year option always made a lot of sense, because you need to see really what you have in him, and it's better off to give him unless you know that he's just a terrible NFL player, then they wouldn't pick it up. But if you still believe in the potential he has, it makes a lot of sense to pick up that 5th-year option. He's never graded above a 70 overall on Pro Football Focus, so that's not really encouraging to see. His pass blocking grade has always been better than his run blocking grade. He's never graded out well as a run blocker. You hope he can take that step forward this year, and you hope he can stay healthy first and foremost. When he gets injured, his level of play drops dramatically, and I know a lot of people say, well, if any player gets hurt, normally they're not going to play well. Well, Jed Wills has already proven that in some cases he's not necessarily played it at an average level. So when he gets injured, he falls to a backup level as far as production. So you really want to see him take a step forward this year. As you say, he's got 2 years to prove it. DeJuan Jones is on the roster, and I'm hoping them drafting DeJuan Jones and knowing the talent that DeJuan Jones has, that pushes Jed Wills to become the player that a lot of us hope he can be. He doesn't need to be an all-pro left tackle. He needs to be a solid starter at an NFL level, because if he's not, the Browns can go out and bring in a free agent that could be cheaper, might be older, but could be a stopgap for a couple of years, because you do have to find your franchise left tackle, whether that's Jed Wills or whether you have to bring someone in free agency and eventually draft a guy. Or maybe DeJuan Jones can be that guy, but a lot of pressure on Jed Wills this year. He needs to start performing, or the Browns are going to look to cut ties with him in the near future.